Okay,
100%.
so the next thing that we're going to talk about, we're still going down that Marvel lane, and it's all about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out, I guess,
Last Friday.
as you're hearing this 2 weeks ago. As you're hearing this, we've now seen 2 episodes of Falcon
That's
and the
right.
Winter Soldier. We
That's right.
obviously, while we're recording this, haven't seen the second one yet. But anyway, on its premiere, Falcon and the Winter Soldier tops The Mandalorian and WandaVision for most watched premiere on Disney Plus. And I just real quickly wanted to comment on that connected to Star Wars. I think that bodes well for the Mandalorian and Star Wars projects moving forward. I have always said this, and you can follow us on Twitter at Mando Talk. I think I've sent out like 3 tweets regarding this topic. The success of WandaVision and hopefully the success of Falcon and the Winter Soldier brings more subscribers to Disney Plus. More subscribers to Disney Plus gets more eyes on Star Wars. And let's be honest, I hate this personally because I'm a bigger Star Wars fan, but Marvel is moving the needle more right now. Let's just call it how it is.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it is what it is. And they've earned it, right? They've earned
right.
what they've earned all of that. But I agree with you that it's a win-win. Okay.
Yes.
And it's not fan bases versus fan bases at this point. It's
Right.
Disney Plus. We've talked about it before. That is what they got their sights on.
Mhm.
And knock on wood, they are doing a great job so far on
Yeah.
both teams, Lucasfilm and Marvel.
Right.
Because Mandalorian, amazing,
Yep.
amazing. WandaVision, amazing. Episode 1 of Falcon and Winter Soldier, pretty dang good. It's hard to tell at one episode,
Right.
but
Correct.
so far, I mean, I'm hooked. So
Yeah.
it did its job, and I'm hooked. So, I mean, I'm just excited to hear that they're knocking it out of the park. People are clicking it. They're watching it. That's a big difference. You know, I see a billion things on Netflix, but I watch, you know, a little bit of them. So the fact that
Right.
people are actually watching is good. Do I think the stat itself is that big of a deal? I don't think it's a fair stat.
No,
Right?
I was going to go down that lane too. You're 100% correct, honestly.
You know, like, okay, yeah, it tops Mandalorian and WandaVision, but it's the third one to the party. Like,
Right. Well,
the
and Mandalorian is what launched the whole thing.
that's what I'm saying.
So-
Mando's throwing the party. WandaVision showed up with some buddies, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier
Okay.
get up and go, "Oh,
So
what up?"
WandaVision showed up with the pizza to
Yeah,
the party.
yeah,
And
that's right.
then Falcon and the Winter Soldier really late into the night showed up with
Yep.
the tacos when everybody's really, really craving some things.
That's right. Everybody's already there. It's kind of a lull in the party. You're like, "Oh, what's
Yeah.
going to happen next?" And then they come in. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm happy to see it. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I want it to be this for every show. I want it to be, oh, Loki comes out, boom, awesome,
World
you know,
premiere
tops,
#1.
blah blah blah, and then whatever's next, boom, tops it. Like, I
Correct.
want to keep seeing this because, again, it's a win for everyone. We got to keep this train rolling. That way, when we get to Book of Boba Fett, we're hungry for some Star Wars, right?
Right. And that's
well,
actually
we're getting some bad. When's the Bad Batch come
Bad
out?
Batch. May the 4th, baby.
May the 4th. That's what I thought. I didn't want to say it and get roasted, you know.
But I mean, live action is gonna
yeah.
be what gets the clicks.
Yeah, and
Bad Batch
to be
isn't gonna
honest,
take the biggest premiere of Disney Plus. It's just not gonna happen.
it probably won't. But I still think like this Disney Plus, you know, I guess we'll still call it a beta test at this point. I mean, it's not, but it is because they've never done anything like this, right?
Right.
Star Wars really hasn't. Marvel has touched on it with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but like this is really uncharted territory. And so once we get to Book of Boba Fett, I'm going to be dying for Star Wars content.
Dude, you're not lying. And I'm hoping that, first of all, we've touched, I think I tweeted about this a couple of days ago. I think it's Disney's vision for a Marvel IP to come out. It becomes the #1 premiere. Next, maybe another Marvel premiere because they've just got so much content going on.
Yeah.
The next #1 premiere. And their goal is, though, when the Star Wars comes out, that's the new world premiere. Then when the next Marvel one comes out, premiere #1. That's their business model, because if that keeps happening, that means the platform is continuing to grow.
That's right.
And back to your point about this whole like fan base war,
Hmm.
personally, and this is something I always struggled with at first because
Hmm.
Marvel was killing it, and
Hmm.
I was salty, to be
Hmm.
fair, early on in the Marvel thing. But man, when COVID happened, I had a lot of free time. I decided, you know what? I'm going to sit down, watch every single one of these MCU movies chronologically, not the release order, but like timeline.
Hmm.
Credit where credit's due. You can't compare the two. I'm happy for both platforms, both parties, both projects. And again, when one's successful, that's only going to help the other.
Especially now, like now more than ever, it's a team. Like
Right.
we need them all to be good, and that's why I'm happy. We were just talking before the show, and I was happy to hear that we're getting into Marvel a little bit. I know this is a Star Wars podcast, but now more than ever, it's more than that. It's Disney. Like as
Yeah.
much as I don't want to say that because I mean, yeah, but it's one thing. Like it's a
Right.
win-win. They need to be focused. They seem like they are. I'm
Mm.
happy to see it. I, Marvel's good, man. Like if you sit down, if you're a listener and you haven't watched Marvel and you do like Star Wars, at least give it a chance
Yeah. Give it a shot.
because I think it could be worth your time. It ain't for everyone,
Right.
but man, there's some good ones in there. And there's like 22 movies, so if anything, you can pick and choose some that are
Right.
good.
Yeah.
But
100%. 100%. Well, listen, speaking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there was also something new that came out today that wasn't on the notes I sent you as well.
mhm.
And that is Sebastian Stan was on Good Morning America, and he was actually asked about, would you ever take the role of Luke Skywalker? And here's what he said. Oh, I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Okay. If Mark Hamill calls me personally to tell me that he feels inclined to share this role with me, then I'll believe it. Until then, I won't believe it. So, I mean, it's not going to happen. Let's
Yeah.
just be real. It's not going to happen. But man, wouldn't he be perfect as that role, at least visually?
Yeah. Oh, visually for sure, but he's an amazing actor.
Yeah, he
So,
is.
I mean, I see no bad idea about getting him in there to play Luke, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't
At
think so
least
either.
soon. At least soon. And
Well, and
the way he words that tells
mhm,
us that there ain't they haven't at least come to him about it.
right.
Now we have to remember this. I do this myself. These actors, they're just employees,
They're just getting a
right?
paycheck.
That's right. So I do this myself where I'm like, oh man, you've got Ryan Reynolds, right? We're
Hmm.
talking top of the line. He's still kind of just an actor at this point. Like he has more pull as a writer, I would say, for Deadpool than he does as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Sebastian Stan worded it like that makes me think that he hopes it, obviously for a job, but he
Right.
respects the role. He realizes how big of a deal it is, and it's not just
Hmm.
oh that'd be cool, whatever. Like he's being very serious about it. So I was
Yeah.
happy to. I know we didn't talk about it before, but I was happy to see it as well.
Right. And I think like the fact that he's obviously very serious and he would have to get Hamill's blessing basically to play
Yeah,
the
I mean,
role.
because my goodness, you talk about jumping into a role people love. I mean,
Yeah.
what's his name? Alden, is that his name?
Yeah. Aaron Wright. I
Yeah,
always mess
Aaron
up his
Wright
last
getting into
name.
Han Solo. I mean,
Yeah. And
that,
Harrison
that
said that he crushed it.
yeah,
Harrison Ford
I
was like,
mean,
he
I
did the
thought he was
job.
pretty dang good as Han. Like I
Hmm.
didn't hate it, but um, I thought he was pretty dang good.
I
So
did too. He did good enough for me to want more from him, honestly.
he did good. The way I describe it is he did good enough. By the end of the movie, I was saying he's Han Solo.
Mm, I like that.
Not that he's a replacement of Harrison
Oh no,
Ford,
he
but
can't
that
replace Harrison
that's
Ford.
what I mean. But he like okay, when I looked at him, I didn't see the dude who looks like Han Solo. I said, that's Han Solo. And I mean, Donald Glover, 4 seconds in the movie, I'm like, oh, there's Lando, you know. So
Yeah.
that's what I mean by that. And so that's the biggest compliment I can give. I feel like
Yeah,
so.
no, and that's a great compliment. I mean, that's a win in my opinion. If you were walking out of Solo saying that's the next
Yeah,
Han Solo, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, all for it.
I actually didn't see that movie in theaters. Hot take, I guess, but.
No,
Didn't
you're
see
not
it
the only
in
one
theaters.
on the Mando Talk panel. I don't think Nolan or
Yeah.
BA went to see that in theater.
It didn't hype me up,
Man,
man.
you know what? All those at home listening, wherever you're listening, roast these guys. These guys that didn't go see it in theater or why we're not getting a Solo 2 because it didn't make
That's
enough
fair.
money.
That's fair. Roast away, man. It literally just flew under my radar. I was
Well,
just like,
and
eh.
I know what we don't want to dive deep in this lane, but
Yeah, yeah.
I think the
Sorry.
release date of that Solo
100%.
was a
100%,
mistake. I
dude.
mean, was it Infinity War? Didn't Infinity
That
War come
is
out
the
that
reason
summer?
I didn't see that movie is because it came out like in a super hot time. Let me
I
look. While
believe
you
Deadpool,
keep talking, and I'll do some
and
research
I'll
here.
I'll kind of put my remembering on.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Deadpool 2 came out, and I also believe Infinity War came out that same summer.
May 25th, 2018 is the day it came out.
Okay,
So we're gonna look up. I wanna say Infinity War came out like
right there almost.
yeah. Let's see. Ba, ba,
If
ba,
I had to
ba,
guess, it came
ba.
out
April
before.
27th.
Okay,
So about a month before.
right. And so
But
people that are big into going, or not necessarily big into going to movies, but go to an occasional movie, they're probably going to pick Infinity War over Solo.
yeah, and
Again, let's
after
call it how we see it.
if you have seen Infinity War, you're like, all right, I've had my fill of movies for a second because it's a pretty
Yeah,
heavy movie.
true,
And
true.
then Deadpool 2 came out a week later after
After,
yeah, or about a week and a half after Infinity War.
oh,
So it was
okay.
Infinity War, Deadpool 2, Solo.
Mm,
So that's why I went and saw Infinity War, went and saw Deadpool 2, did not go see Solo.
interesting.
Yeah. What a
Okay.
summer, by the way.
Yeah,
2018
that's
summer.
loaded, man.
Hot
That's loaded.
summer. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to go off the
No,
rails here,
no,
but
you're great, man. Like
um
we said at the top, I mean, not a lot of Star Wars news, but we're diving into it, having fun with it.
yeah, for sure.
But back to the Sebastian Stan. I mean,
Yeah.
and I know we were talking about how Marvel and Star Wars are kind of on the same team now,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think, and again, I am not like a business exec or like a marketing knowledgeable human being whatsoever. But I do think that as a person outside of like the fan community, like we're inside,
Mm-hmm.
if you see Sebastian Stan as the lead role for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as one of the lead roles, but then you turn around and you see that same guy as the lead role as Luke Skywalker, I mean, would that be an issue to maybe people outside of our lane?
Um, that's a great question. I'm trying to think of someone like maybe like my grandmother or something. Um, maybe
Mm-hmm.
it really depends. Like for me, I see him as the Winter Soldier,
Yeah,
right? Like he's the Winter Soldier. However, I've never seen him in the Luke Skywalker role. So
correct. Other than
going
fan
back
made
to the
pictures.
Donald Glover, well, yeah, but going back to the Donald Glover thing, like it's Donald Glover. Then you, like I said, you see him for 5 minutes, and you're like, oh my god, that's Lando. Like
Yeah.
that's Lando. So it could be that where I go, yeah, he's Winter Soldier, but nah, he's Luke. So I say it depends on the execution, which is a
Okay.
political answer, but I think that's the fact of it.
Fair
Um,
enough.
hard to tell.
Fair enough.